Hi, everybody. Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. You know the last creature to brave a hurricane. It's the ibis. And Sebastian is out. The smoke is about to come out, and the Hurricanes will storm onto the field as Miami goes for an important home victory. That's going to do it for us here on the pregame show. NCAA Football 14 action coming at you right now. Brad Nessler and Kirk Herbstreit.
Welcome to Miami and week 3 of year 3 here with the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Today we take on our first ranked opponent in number 23 Miami Hurricanes. We are starting the season 2-0 while Miami surprisingly lost week 1 by multiple scores to Toledo. We won last week thanks to a dominant second half defense unlike we have ever seen here at the Cornhuskers. But today is going to be a big task for this defense. This is definitely a jump in competition. Miami are one of the best teams we have ever played with Nebraska, and they're going to start out on offense. On the first play, they're going to hand off to the running back who has exceptional speed. He is going to be a real threat today. Because of his speed, we'll be seeing more of a 4-2-5 defense to get an extra safety on the field and Alex McMahon, who has 95 speed in place of a linebacker. 2nd and 6, their quarterback can also run the ball, and he runs a designed run on 2nd down. He breaks a tackle and gets 11 yards. Van Dyke is a really dangerous dual threat quarterback. He's not the fastest, but as we can see, he can break tackles, and he's got a very good arm. And it's a play action on 1st and 10 after the run, and it is a completion on the first pass attempt of the day to Restrepo, and he gets 21. Not a good start so far for this defense. Maybe it'll just take us getting to the second half. Maybe just have to hold on to get to that point, stay in the game. Then the defense will show up. It's another throw on 1st down, and we're getting some pressure for the first time. Is the true sophomore defensive end, Antonio Gilmore, who gets back there and forces the incompletion. So that's the first stop so far for this defense, but it's still 2nd and 10. 2 tight ends on the field from an ace package for Miami. The quarterback's taking his time under center. They've done this quite a bit so far today. They look like they're taking a little bit of time off the clock. It's going to be a blitz up the middle, 5-man rush, and he has a wide open receiver. It looks like the tight end Khalil Brantley, who gets just so much separation and an easy 21 yards. Miami have a lot of different receiving threats for us to try to cover. It's going to be hard on our secondary. That was exceptional last week, but yeah, it's a little bit different test today. And actually, it's a fullback on 1st down. Dwayne Alvarez gets his first carry, and he even gets 5 yards. So now Miami is quickly down to the 15-yard line. 2nd and 5, the fullback stays in the game. Tight end to the left-hand side, and it's going to be the running back up the middle. I'm surprised we're not seeing more edge carries for him since he has so much speed. They're trying to pound him up the middle to start, and it hasn't had the most success so far. It's true freshman linebacker Marvin White who gets the tackle here. That brings up the first 3rd down of the drive for Miami. Can we get the stop? They're going with the 4 wide look, and they're going to throw. 4-man rush for Nebraska. The quarterback's going to have all the time in the world. He can scramble if he wants, but he doesn't need to. He finds an open receiver in the end zone, and they get a touchdown on their first drive. We had to get some sort of pass rush there. With that sort of time, with the threats he has at receiver and tight end, it's almost impossible for his secondary to cover him for that long. So not a great start for the defense. We might have to get pretty aggressive defensively if we're going to be able to stop this Miami offense. We might have to do the same thing on offense, as they have a very good defense as well, especially if they're 2 cornerbacks who are some of the best in the nation. 1st and 10 from a shotgun look, and it's going to be a read option on the first play. Our running game has not been good at all to start this season, but I think they'll have to be today if we're going to have any success. So we're probably going to see a lot of different looks. We might even see some more flex bone than we typically do. Brian Dawkins is going to come in motion here on the new 1st down. And it's going to be a screen pass looking for the running back, and he's got plenty of space in front of him. But the cornerback, he breaks the tackle actually, and he falls forward to the second. The quarterback reacted pretty well, hit him for what would have been a short gain, but he breaks the tackle, and he gets 13 and a 1st down. On 2nd down, we had our first non-screen pass of the game, a play-action pass that Jeff Holland immediately threw away after he made the fake without any pressure in his face. I don't understand why they do that. 3rd and 8, we're going to have to pass here. 4 wide look. Jeff Holland's going to look to throw. He's not going to have much time. The pressure's going to get there. He's going to break the first tackle, but it's not going to be enough as he eventually gets taken down for a sack. And our first drive gets about to midfield, and then we're forced to punt. So can our defense have a better second drive than they did their first? From about the 14-yard lines, where's Miami's going to start? So they've got a lot of field to go down. It's going to be a blitz on the first drive, or on the first play. Quarterback takes off before he gets taken down by Blake Harper, who was the player of the game last week. He gets a tackle here, limits him to only a 4-yard gain. So now Nebraska has a chance to get him to go 3 and out after a really good first drive for the Miami offense. 3rd and 6, the second third down they've seen so far today. Wide receiver's going to motion to the inside. Quarterback is in the backfield. He's going to look to throw. It's going to be a screen pass on 3rd and 6, and he might just get there. He's got a defender closing him down. He's going to force him out of bounds short. It's only a 5-yard gain on 4th and 1. We might have just forced him to punt because I don't really think they can go for it here. Miami marched down the field pretty easily on their first drive, but their second drive, the Nebraska defense forces a 3 and out, which is probably a pretty good thing because I don't think the offense is going to do that well today. And now they got the ball in good field position and only down by 1 score. Brian Donaldson's going to come in motion on 1st and 10, and it's going to be a play action pass, and he's going to look for Brian Donaldson. Fortunately, it was a forward pass. Otherwise, it would have been a fumble. It does go out of bounds, and it's another incompletion. So it's not a great start for a passing game that's been pretty good the last 2 weeks. But so far, Jeff Holland's only completion has been on a screen pass. 2nd and 10, they're still in a shotgun look, and they're going to run it, but it's a heavy blitz for Miami, and so Jake Pierce can't really go anywhere. He only gets 2 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 8 once again. They couldn't convert this last time. They actually got sacked and lost yardage. Can they convert their first 3rd down? Wide receivers are going to be in tight. Jeff Holland's going to look to throw. It's a 4-man rush. He's going to get some pressure in his face, and he nearly throws an interception, and he might have been able to return that for a touchdown if he's able to bring that down. An awful, awful start for the passing game. Jeff Holland has looked panicked, and he hasn't been able to complete anything so far today. So the offense wastes the 3 and out from the defense. We probably can't afford to do that today. Miami has the ball back, 1st and 10. Bunch to the left-hand side. They're going to look to throw on 1st down. 4-man rush, and his quarterback's still going to have plenty of time. And where is that guy going? Who is number 12? Because he just ran in like he's going to the end zone. I don't know what he thought was going on there. He didn't even try to tackle the quarterback. I have to watch that back. Number 12 is Marcus Buford, who normally starts for us in the slot, but I've moved him to the outside today because he's got a lot more speed than Malik Williams, hoping to see if he can help contain the running back. But I don't know what this play was. Watch number 12 right here. The quarterback looks to take off, and where are you going? We definitely can't afford all these boneheaded mistakes. 1st and 10, fullbacks in the game, and it's going to be a play action pass. They've thrown a lot today, which kind of surprises me, but it's been very successful. I think they've completed every single pass attempt. This one goes for 9. They get the 1st down on an end around, so it's 1st and 10 for the Miami offense. They're going to have a trip to the right-hand side. No one in the backfield. The quarterback's going to look to throw. Quick slant route, and again, just no one covering anyone. Players looking like they're completely lost in defense. So it's 1st and 10 once again. 2 tight ends on the field, running back in the backfield, and they're going to give it to this time on an edge run, which I'm surprised they haven't done more often so far. He gets 9 yards before he gets taken down. So that makes it 2nd and 1 once again. Still with 2 tight ends on the field, 2 receivers to the left-hand side of the formation, and it's going to be a play action pass. It's a blitz sent from Nebraska, but he's going to have plenty of time still and an open receiver. They attempt a screen pass on 1st down, and it only goes for a yard. So it's 2nd and goal now from the 8. They're going to hand off to the running back here on 2nd down. Looking to run up the middle. He's got a little bit of space, but still only 4 yards. I think they're about at the 4-yard line, 3rd and goal. Can the defense get the goal line stop here? 3 receivers to the right-hand side of the formation. The clock's running down in the 1st quarter, and they're going to run it, and it's not going to work. They try to get the handoff to their running back, Chaney, and he only gets a yard. So we're going to end the 1st quarter. Miami up 7. But unless they go for this, they're going to add on another 3 points. So the defense is able to hold them from getting back into the end zone, but they still get some points, and it's still a 2-score game. And the offense has done basically nothing today, especially through the air. 1st and 10 in a shotgun look, 3 receivers on the field. And it's going to be a speed option. Jeff Holland's going to do it himself. We haven't seen this much so far here with Nebraska, but we got to kind of pull out all the stops right now. Nothing's really working. We tried our first run from the flex bone on 2nd down, and the quarterback got hit before he could even think about pitching it. So we lost 2 yards, and it's 3rd and 9. We're going to have to complete a pass here, something we've not been able to do beyond the line of scrimmage. Jeff Holland, come on. They do have a good secondary, but good God. They're going to send some pressure. He's going to look near the sideline, and that is an exceptional pass. And it is James Hill. And boy, did we need that. But it's not going to matter unless we can string together a couple good plays and get into at least field goal range. 1st and 10. First look under center, and it's going to be a handoff to Jake Pierce up the middle. There's still not much space. He only gets 4. We attempt a read option on 2nd down, and it goes absolutely nowhere. So the running game just still cannot get going. 3rd and 6 now. Bunch to the right-hand side. Might be on the arm of Jeff Holland one more time. It is. It's going to be a blitz, and it's an inaccurate pass. He had a wide open receiver. I think it was tight end Rodney Jennings, and he missed him by a mile. And on 4th down, Nebraska's going to be aggressive, and they're going to go for this. Miami is the much better team talent-wise, and they're down 2 scores, so they can't be super passive here. More points, and this game could almost already be over. They need to get some points of their own. 4th and 6. 3 receivers to the right-hand side of the formation. Can Jeff Holland do it? It's going to be a blitz. He's got to get the ball out of his hands. He's going too short. He's got to break some tackles, and he does. Jake Pierce with a very clutch broken tackle. If he would have not broken that, he would have been down short of the sticks. It would have been a turnover on downs. But he breaks the tackle, and he gets the first down. What a play by Jake Pierce. But even with that conversion, we're still not quite in field goal range, so we need some even more yardage. 1st and 10 from the pistol now. Brian Donaldson's going to come in motion, and it's going to be a handoff up the middle. And it's Jaquez Yant with the carry this time. He's going to break a couple tackles. A very good run by the 3rd running back, Jaquez Yant. He gets 12 yards. So they're now in field goal range, and it's 1st and 10, but obviously they want 7. Wide receivers are in tight. It's going to be another throw attempt for Jeff Holland. He's going to take off his first scramble of the day. He's got some speed, and he outruns some Miami defenders, and he gets another first down. So now it's 2nd and 7, and they're going to be in the flex bone. Amir Johnson's going to come in motion, and they're going to look to throw from it. A quick slant, and he finds his receiver. That is Will Nixon who brings it down. No, he drops it. He's not able to hold on. He would have been down at the 1-yard line, but with the drop, it makes it 3rd and 7. That drop might have just taken 7 points off the board. And that's another thing that we can't afford to have happen. Not a great start for this team, basically in any facet. 3rd and 7, bunch to the right-hand side. Jeff Holland, can he complete the pass? He's got time. He's going to have time. He's going to look near the end zone, and he's got his receiver. Will Nixon makes up for his drop. He hauls this one in, and they get their touchdown. It took a risky decision to go for it on 4th down at midfield, but they get their reward. They get in the end zone. And decisions like that is what's going to take to get an upset to get against Miami. 1st and 10, their offense has the ball back. It's going to be a run up the middle, and he gets 5 yards. I feel like we've contained their running back Chaney pretty well today. He hasn't really gotten loose, and that is one thing I was really worried about with his blazing speed. 2nd and 5, fullbacks in the game. They're going to hand off to him one more time. They keep pounding him up the middle, and it's working decently well. He gets 6 yards here, but he's not getting those big runs. But he did enough on 2nd down to move the chains. So it's 1st and 10. 2 receivers to the left-hand side, and they're going to look to throw here. First throw of the drive, and he's going to look downfield, and he's got an open receiver on the little corner route. It's Restrepo one more time, and he gets 25. Still pretty much uncovered. Receivers have been running wide open all day long so far. 1st and 10, they're now in a shotgun look to the receivers. It's going to be a throw. It's a 5-man rush. It's a blitz from the slot cornerback, and it still doesn't get there, and he finds his man for 5 yards. Nebraska have tried to be aggressive at points defensively, sending some blitzes, but none of them have got there so far. The quarterback has never really been in any under pressure. 2nd and 5, tight end's going to motion to the right-hand side. It's going to be another throw and another blitz for Nebraska, but once again, it doesn't even get close, and he has a wide open receiver to throw to. So Miami have moved quickly down the field. They're already in the field goal range, and they want to get another 7 points. 2 tight ends on the field. It's going to be a handoff looking to this left edge. He's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage, but he's going to fight for some extra yardage. He ends up getting 6. They try to run it again on 2nd down, but Nick Heinrich bursts through and gets him at the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 3rd and 4. Can we get the stop here? Another 3rd down stop. They're going to look to throw, and he's got a wide open receiver. No one even close to him. We're in man coverage. Where's the dude that's supposed to be covering him? Our secondary was dominant last week. They have been absolutely manhandled today. 1st and goal, 2 tight ends on the field, and they're going to look to throw. It's another blitz for Nebraska, but once again, it is going to get there this time. It didn't at first. He had a little bit of time, but the secondary must have done a decent job because he didn't have anyone to throw to, and we do eventually get the sack. After the sack, they choose to run it on 2nd down. They get 6 yards, but it's still going to be 3rd and goal from the 10-yard line. They're going to throw from a shotgun look. He's going to look for the end zone, and he's got a wide open receiver. Did he get his feet down? They say no. He couldn't get his feet in bounds. So even though he had plenty of space to make the catch, couldn't quite make it. So they're going to have to resort for the field goal. We get another red zone stop. So the defense is once again able to hold them to only 3 points. So it's still only a 1-score game. Now the offense, coming off a scoring drive, has the ball with 1 minute and 21 seconds left in the half. And all 3 timeouts. Starting out in a shotgun look. This is going to be on the arm of Jeff Holland for this drive, obviously. He's going to look to throw. It's a 4-man rush. He's going to have time. Look for his man on the crossing route. That is Will Nixon who makes the catch. He gets 7 yards. They're going to rush back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 3, 1 minute and 2 seconds left now. They're going to look to throw one more time. And he's not finding anyone open, but he's got the time to find his man. And it's once again Will Nixon. This time he gets 14 and a 1st down, which stops the clock. So they're already nearing midfield. 50 seconds still on the clock. Bunch to the right-hand side. They're going to look to throw. Jeff Holland's going to take off. He just gets brought down by the defensive end. It stops him at the line of scrimmage. They use their first timeout with 43 seconds left. Jeff Holland had a lot of space if he could have got past that defensive end. Unfortunately, he didn't. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. They're going to have 3 receivers to the left-hand side of the formation. Jeff Holland's going to throw. It looks like it's a blitz this time. He's got to get the ball out. He does. He's got no receiver. Streaking downfield. And it is a touchdown. It is the first touchdown for a redshirt freshman wide receiver, James Hill. a 54-yard pass play. He goes streaking down the field, beats the coverage, and is a great throw from Jeff Holland and some good speed for the receiver to get to the end zone. They get to the touchdown, and they're actually going to take the lead. But Miami do have 36 seconds to work with before the end of the half. But Miami are going to have to drive at least 50 yards to get into field goal range. They're starting on the 25. First and 10, 36 seconds left, 4-wide look. And it's going to be a screen pass on first down. Running back's got some space. But it's Blake Harper once again who closes the distance with a big tackle to stop him. 29 seconds left. I don't think they actually use a timeout. So it's going to be 2nd and 6. They might just let the time run out. We're going to go into halftime with a surprise lead. With how this game started, I definitely didn't expect to be leading at halftime, but that's the case. And we're going to start this second half with the ball to start out, so we can even add on to this lead. First and 10 from about the 25-yard line, and it's going to be Jake Pierce who gets the first carry, a little counter run from shotgun. He gets 5 yards, which is decent for this running game. So now it's 2nd and 5. They're going to be in a pistol look, 2 tight ends on the field. Hickman's going to motion from the left to the right-hand side of the formation. And it's going to be a play-action pass. It's a heavy blitz, so he's got to get the ball out, and he does. And he has an open receiver racing downfield. That's the tight end, Rodney Jennings. And it is another massive passing play. Rodney Jennings in plenty of space, and he shows off the little bit of speed he does have to get even more yardage on top. A great catch and run by Rodney Jennings, and they quickly drive down the field. So the offense is finally firing on all cylinders thanks to an explosive passing game. Definitely didn't see that coming. First and 10. 3 receivers on the field, and it's going to be Jake Pierce looking to hit this right edge. He's going to get a decent gain, another 5 yards on first down. Jake Pierce gets 3 yards on his second down carry, so it's going to be 3rd and 2 here. From a bunch to the right-hand side, from a shotgun look, they're going to throw it on 3rd and 2, and Jeff Holland's going to take off. He doesn't have the space. That was not great English. He actually gets sacked. They technically say he loses a yard, even though it's still 4th and 2. They're in field goal range, but do they be aggressive one more time, try to get the first down and another 7 points? They're going to be aggressive. Even though they do have the lead and they're playing well, they cannot get too passive against this team. They are way too talented. 4th and 2. Still in a shotgun look. And they're going to trust Jake Pierce, and he's got the space. And he gets a big gain on 4th down. He gets down to about the 2 or 3 yard line. So it's going to be 1st and goal. They do have a chance to get another 7 points. That was definitely a risk. But we've got our first touchdown from being aggressive. So I'm going to continue that while it makes sense. 1st and goal. Jaquez Yant's going to be in the backfield from a goal line look. Fullback on the field, and it's going to be a run up the middle. Jaquez Yant fights for the touchdown. We get another touchdown. Jaquez Yant gets his first of the day. So it's going to be a 8-point lead for Nebraska over the Miami Hurricanes. This game is flipped on its head. Now Nebraska look like the dominant team. Miami trying to fight from behind now. Offense has the ball, though. Tight end's going to motion to the left-hand side of the formation. 3 receivers on the field, and they're going to throw on first down. 4-man rush for Nebraska. Ty Robinson's going to push his defender back into the backfield and get a little bit of pressure to force the incomplete throw. That was pretty decent coverage as well from the Nebraska secondary and linebackers. It's going to be 2nd and 10. There are going to be 2 running backs in the backfield now from a shotgun look, and they're going to go out into passing routes. He's going to look to throw, and he's got an open receiver. There were 3 Nebraska defenders in the area, but it was a good throw and a good route. And so they get the completion in the first down. So it's a new set of downs for Miami. Fullback's in the game along with the tight end, and they're going to hand off to the running back. Looking to hit this left edge, and he's got some space. We do eventually break him down as he breaks 1 tackle. We've been able to keep him in check. He gets 5 yards there, but still no big runs, and that was the real worry. I think this 4-2-5 and the extra safety has helped as well. 2nd and 5, still in a 2 running back look. This time it's going to be a play action pass. Quarterback's going to look though. He's got his man in the flats, but it's a great play. What a play that was. That is Marcus Buford. Had the questionable decision earlier. What a play that was to close on the receiver and force the incompletion. So it's going to be another 3rd down for the Miami offense. 3rd and 5. They might still go for this on 4th down if they don't get it though. 4-man rush for Nebraska. He's looking for his man to the sideline, and he's going to step out before he gets there. He is a yard short, so it's going to be 4th and 1, but I'd be surprised if they didn't go for this. Well, I am officially surprised because they actually punted the ball. I don't understand that decision. You're down 8, and our offense has been amazing recently the past couple of drives. 1st and 10, we've got it back. Can we keep our play going? Well, not a great start. Running back looks to hit the right edge, and there is nowhere to go, and he actually loses 2. So they're immediately going to start behind the sticks. 2nd and 12. They're going to have 3 receivers in a bunch to the right-hand side. Jeff Holland's going to look to throw. 4-man rush for Miami. He's getting an instant defender in his face, almost unblocked, and he forces the incompletion. It might have looked like he was unblocked, but he actually wasn't. He just got past the true freshman right guard Kyle Wade that quickly. 3rd and 12. They really need to take advantage of the way they're playing right now and the stop for the defense, the questionable punt by Miami. But they are going to have to complete a 3rd and long. 3 receivers on the field. Jeff Holland's going to throw. It's a heavy blitz. He's got to get the ball out, and he doesn't. The pressure gets there, and he forces yet another incompletion. And so it's 3 plays, and they lose 2 yards. We had all the momentum, but with that, we hand it right back to Miami. And a good return on the punt brings it down to about the 36-yard line, so their offense doesn't have far to go. And it's going to be a quarterback draw on first down. He's going to get a decent gain, about 5 yards. We just couldn't afford to do nothing with that drive. I feel like I've said something to that effect like 4 or 5 times so far today. 2nd and 5, 2 tight ends on the field for Miami, but they're going to look to throw. It's a 4-man rush, and he's got a wide open receiver one more time. This time it's Blake Harper who was in coverage, and the receiver got the best of him. He gets the reception, he moves the chains. They're already pretty close to the end zone. 1st and 10 from about the 14-yard line. They're going to be in shotgun. They do like to throw from this, but they are going to throw from it. Quarterback's going to have plenty of time, going to find his man on the crossing route, and it's an easy 8 yards. So it's going to be 2nd and 2. I'm curious if they're going to actually go for the 2-point conversion if they do get this touchdown. Tight end's going to motion to the left-hand side. They are going to look to throw. It's a blitz from Nebraska, and this one gets there. But once again, he breaks the first and the second, and he actually almost gains yardage. Just absolutely awful tackling from Nebraska. They could have made a big play, but instead they screwed it up. There it is again. They cannot afford to be making mistakes like that. 3rd and 2. They're going to throw one more time. Another blitz for Nebraska, and he gets there this time. They actually bring him down. He had no one open. Some good coverage by the secondary, so he gets stopped. It's going to be 4th and 4. Do they go for this? They're still down 8 points, but they're just going to take the 3. The defense got yet another 3rd down stop. This game kind of reminds me of the Oklahoma game from year 1. They drove down the field at will basically all game, but the defense stopped them so many times in the red zone, and it helped us get the win. Can we do the same today? 1st and 10, and it's going to be a read option play. Jeff Holland look to hit this left edge. Cornerback's not going to take him down, nor is the second man, or the 3rd, or the 4th. Just strong running from Jeff Holland, and he gets the 1st down and gets out of bounds. Jeff Holland absolutely would not be denied. He's taken over this game after a very slow start. 1st and 10. Brian Donaldson's going to come in motion. And it's going to be a triple option play. Jeff Holland is going to get hit, but he's going to break another one. But he can't break the second one. He might have had a chance there after the broken tackle to pitch it. But he chooses to be safe, which might not be the worst option. He gets tackled for a loss of 2. 2-yard losses aren't the worst things, but turnovers would. So I think that probably was a good decision by Jeff Holland to not try to pitch that. We start the 4th quarter, and we're in 2nd and 12 from about midfield. Wide receiver's going to come in motion. That's Will Nixon. And it's going to be a throw on 2nd and 12. Jeff Holland, go look over the middle of the field, and he's got his man. It's Rodney Jennings. And of course he holds on to it. He's got some of the best hands in the team. So that makes it 3rd down. They've got 2 yards to go to try to move the chains one more time. Running back is going to be Jake Pearson. He's going to get the carry at the middle. It is a stop. A stop for the Miami defense. They hold him to only a yard. So it's going to be 4th down. But they're probably going to be aggressive and go for this one more time. So it's 4th and 1 from the 39-yard line, and Nebraska are going for it. 2 tight ends to the right-hand side of the formation from a pistol look. And it's going to be a read option, and it's not going to work. The defensive end immediately gets past the tackle, and actually to the guard. It's Kyle Wade who once again gets absolutely dominated by the defensive tackle. And he hits Jeff Holland in the backfield. So it is a turnover on downs. It's hard to put a lot of blame on Kyle Wade. Obviously, he could have made a better play there. But this play didn't work because Jeff Holland made a stupid decision. He should have handed this off a trillion times. And Jake Pierce might have gone for a touchdown. He might have run to the end zone because there was no one, and absolutely no one in the middle of the field. Watch this play out from replay. Look at this hole. Look at that. Who stops him there? He gets the 1st down without a sweat. And then there's one safety on the right-hand side, but we've got a tight end to block him. There's one free safety, which is the only one there that could possibly make a play unless someone gets off a block. But that is a 1st down 100% of the time. Just an awful decision by Jeff Holland not to hand that off. Do I have to say it again? We cannot keep making these stupid mistakes. 1st and 10, and they have the ball in good field position. Fullback back there, and they're going to hand off the running back up the middle. But it's a good play in run defense. We bring him down at the line of scrimmage, and it is the 3rd safety, Alex McMahon, who gets the tackle. Is the defense going to bail out the offense once again? Possibly. A throwaway on 2nd down. So now it's 3rd and 10. They might just get a 3 and out. 5 wide look for Miami. It's going to be a blitz for Nebraska, and it forces the incompletion. He had an open receiver over the middle. If that would have been an accurate pass, he might have been able to get that 1st down. But the throw is offline, and so it is a 3 and out, a forced punt after the turnover on downs. This is not the time for the offense to stop playing well. A 3 and out, and so Miami have the ball right back. 3 wide look to start on 1st down from a shotgun. Wide receiver's going to come in motion, and he's going to get the ball and look for the edge, and he's got plenty of space. No one is there from the Nebraska defense to stop him, so he gets an easy 9 yards. If we win this game, it's once again going to be because of a heroic defense. The offense did just enough, but they have not been very good recently. If they were better, we might have been able to close out this game before now, but it is still very tight, and Miami have probably all the momentum. So after another easy completion, it's 1st and 10 for Miami. They're going to pitch to this left-hand side. The running back has room and plenty of blockers in front of him, and he gets loose for the first time. He hits the edge. There is literally no one there. And so he gets 27 yards before we even touch him. So just like that, it's 1st and goal, and Miami are very close to taking the lead right back. 4:22 left, and it's going to be a play-action pass on 1st down. He's going to get some pressure, and he's going to get brought down. It is a sack on 1st down. It is Marvin White, the true freshman linebacker, who gets back there and brings him down. So it's going to be 2nd and goal from about the 14 or 15-yard line. So can the defense get yet another red zone stop? 2nd and goal, it's going to be another play-action pass. The quarterback's going to have plenty of time looking to the end zone, but it's good coverage from the secondary. He has no one to throw to, and he's forced to throw it out of the back of the end zone. It's going to be 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. 2 running backs in the backfield, but they cannot run this one. The 14-yard line. They got to get 14 yards to get in the end zone. Only a 3-man rush from Nebraska. He's going to look for his check down, and there is nowhere for him to go. It's the running back. He only gets 4 yards. They might have to settle for another field goal, but there's not much time left. They're just going to take the 3 points. Nebraska are going to keep their lead. Miami probably could have had 40 points today, but heroic red zone defense has held them to only 19. Now the offense. Can they get a few 1st downs and take time off the clock? 1st and 10 is going to be Jake Pierce at the middle. He's got some space, and it's a big gain on 1st down. Jake Pierce gets 13 yards, so he moves the chains, and the clock keeps running. Down to 3 minutes and 3 seconds left. 1st and 10, Ramir Johnson is going to be in the backfield with Jake Pierce. Jake Pierce is going to go in motion, and it's going to be Ramir Johnson who gets the carry. But this time, there's nowhere to go. He only gets 3. So it's going to be 2nd and 7 now. 2:20 left on the clock. And it's going to be a read option play. Jeff Vaughn's going to take it himself, but another good play from a defender. And he actually hits him for a loss. Looks like he might have had a little space there, but the defender reacts pretty instantly. And so it's going to be 3rd and 8. They've got a big decision to make here. Do they just run it and take time off the clock, or they're trying to get the 1st down and win this game? I think I know which one they're going to go for. So it's going to be 3rd and 8. Miami did use their first timeout, so they're down to only 2. From a bunch to the right-hand side. Jeff Holland's going to look to throw. It's an instant blitz, and immediately gets through. And it looked like there were 2 interior linemen for Nebraska that literally didn't block anyone. Looking at this back, I don't think you can put a lot of blame on the offensive line. They did send more than we could block. I do think the right guard and center were in a pretty tough spot, but I think the right guard could have done a little bit better here. If you watch this play, the defensive tackle does a little bit of an inside move here. And, the center has a guy right over the top of him that he kind of has to block. The right guard chooses to go for the linebacker, and so the defensive tackle comes through immediately with no one there. I do think that Kyle Wade should have gone with the defensive tackle and let the linebacker through. I think it would have given Jeff Holland a little bit more time because there were open receivers. So once again, the offense gives it right back to Miami. So it's going to be on this defense to win this game. And keeping them out of the end zone is not going to be enough. A red zone stop now and a field goal still gives Miami the lead. So they're going to need to make some big plays on this drive. And it's a good start, as on 1st down, they stop the running back at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Miami choose to spike it on 2nd down, so they completely waste it down, but they do stop the clock. But it is 3rd and 10. They have 2 plays to get this 1st down. Tight end's going to motion to the outside. It's a 4-man rush for Nebraska. He's going to have time looking over the middle, but it's a good play. Once again, it is Marcus Buford who makes a fantastic play on the ball and breaks it up. So it is 4th down. This is the game. This is a massive play. 4th and 10. 1 stop, and we defeat number 23 Miami. Can the defense do it? It's a 4-man rush. The quarterback's going to have time, but it's going to run out. But he's going to find his man over the middle. The pressure got there, but just a little bit too late. And he finds his man to move the chains. That one stings. Miami had a pretty good pass play for what we had called up, so they get the 1st down. Little gutting, but they still need to get some more yardage. 1st and 10. They're going to find his man one more time on the crossing route, but it's only 5 yards, and the clock keeps running. They still only have 1 timeout. They don't really seem to be in that much of a hurry. They do have a little bit of time, but they got to be a little bit worried here. 2nd and 5. They're going to throw one more time, and he's got a man this time near the sideline, wide the hell open. He gets 11 yards and out of bounds. They are probably in field goal range. Their kicker has a very strong leg. Yeah, this is very makeable field goal range. So the Nebraska defense is going to have to make a play here. Tight end's going to go in motion to the right-hand side. We're going to need a fumble or an interception or a sack or something like that. He's going for his man in the sideline. He makes another reception, but he only gets 2 yards. They say the receiver didn't go out of bounds, so Nebraska are forced to take their timeout. 41 seconds left. They're going to throw on 2nd and 8. Looking over the middle, and he's got an open receiver one more time. This time it's Jacoby George, and there's not really much more Nebraska can do. Miami might just win this game. There's 36 seconds left. Nebraska only with 2 timeouts. Miami should be in pretty makeable field goal range. This is a pretty tough situation. Nebraska have to have a turnover here. It's the only thing that can happen. Looks like Miami are just going to run the ball, though, as they should. They do run it. Running back looking to hit this right edge. We don't force the fumble. 5 seconds left. Miami actually use a timeout, and they're going to go for the field goal here. Maybe we should have taken our timeout earlier. That might have been a mistake by me. We're not going to have much time left, and looks like Miami are about to take the lead. Can we block it? I don't know if I've ever seen a blocked field goal, but obviously that would be big. No. 3 seconds left. Miami have a 1-point lead. So this is it. We've got 1 play to go 75 yards. And Sam Green is in at quarterback. He's got a stronger and more accurate arm than Jeff Holland. So he's going to be one to throw this pass. 5 wide. It's going to be a blitz, and it's going to get there. He doesn't even have the time. And he gets sacked and might have had a chance if he had time to throw. We had everyone in a route, but just no time, and he gets sacked, and we lose a heartbreaking game. We led for the entire second half, but the offense absolutely fell apart. And after they took the lead, they could do nothing more. And so the defense held out for as long as they could, but they could only do so much. The offense let the team down today. We would have won with just a little bit better offense and a few more plays made that should have been made. We made far, far too many mistakes today, and we were forced to pay for it. There were so many what-ifs today from an offense that, outside of 2 drives, were absolutely awful. And a lot of it was because of Jeff Holland. He was pretty bad. Obviously, the first couple of drives, he could not complete a single pass. His only completion was a screen pass. And outside of that, it was just bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. If he would have handed that ball off on 4th down when on the read option where Jake Pierce had a mile in front of him, we probably would have won this game. If we would just handed the ball off there. And also there was an earlier play where it was 4th down that we went for it, and he had a wide open receiver, and instead he chose to scramble, and he got stopped. It might have been a 3rd down, but I know it was the end of the drive. It would have kept the drive going. He had a wide open receiver, and he didn't choose to pass to it. And then very early on in the game, he had another such situation where he had a wide open receiver, and he missed him by a mile. Just so many plays that should and could have been made that he didn't. And ultimately, it lost us this game. And the running game, once again, was absolutely awful. I don't know what it is about this season. Like last year, we ran the ball decently well. We cannot get positive yardage on the majority of our carries. There is just nowhere to go. It doesn't matter if I run triple option, read option, flex bone, dives, zone runs, whatever I call, it almost never works. I don't know how to get our running game going, but I'm worried if we don't, we're not going to have a successful season. The receivers, I thought, didn't have a great game either. They really, really struggled to get separation, which kind of makes sense because the top 2 corners for Miami are some of the best in the nation. But Brian Donaldson, not a single reception. He started last season as a true freshman really well. Ever since that start, about halfway through the season, he has been completely absent. He has not been involved in the passing game whatsoever. Rodney Jennings gets the 1 big play this game, gives us for 47. Outside of that, he didn't even do much today. Obviously, James Hill had that really long reception, but just basically nothing through the air. The blocking wasn't really that good either. Projaska gets credited for a sack. Our new right tackle, Bryce Benhart, didn't give up a sack today, which was nice. Kyle Wade gave up 1. Ethan Piper, who was our best offensive lineman last year, gave up 2 today. They just were completely outmatched. Defensively, it was a pretty heroic effort. Once again, led by Blake Harper. He leads the team with tackles with 12, double than anyone else on the team. Pressure was a little bit better today. We got 4 sacks. Marvin White getting 1, Nick Heiner getting 1, Antonio Gilmore and Miles Farmer. So obviously they all came from blitzes for the most part, other than Antonio Gilmore. Our front 4 still is not generating basically any pressure. We are forced to blitz, and a lot of times we are forced to pay for that because the coverage on the back end isn't good enough to be able to hold out until the blitz gets there. But I was pretty happy with what I saw from our run defense. I was really, really worried about their running back as he is just insanely fast. But I thought we held him in check for the most part pretty well. Marvin White gets 3 tackles for loss, one of them being the sack. Nick Heinrich, Blake Harper had a really big tackle for loss as well. And really no massive runs other than that 1 toss play to the left-hand side where there was just no one out there. But I thought we did a pretty decent job in run defense, but the pass defense definitely didn't back up the great game they had last week. Miami started the game far outdoing us in total offense, but by the time we got to halftime, we had pretty much equalized it. But after halftime, I don't know if we actually had positive yardage outside of the first drive. The first drive is out of the second half. We had a pretty good drive. Since then, I don't know if we gained a single positive yard because it was very close to 271 and a half. Just the offense was just absolutely atrocious. They could do absolutely nothing right. And that was shown in their third down conversion. 2 of 10. Miami weren't much better at 3 of 11, but you cannot go 2 of 10 and expect to win a game. And just to show Miami's dominance, they got into the red zone 6 times. We got in there twice. They, like I said before, they could have put up 40 plus today. The defense kept this close, but the offense lost it. That might be the toughest loss of the entire series. That wasn't a game that we should have won based on the talent of the two teams, but it's a game we could have won. And if we didn't make so many mistakes, we should have and would have won it. Miami were probably the better team over the course of the entire game. Their offense was definitely miles better, but our defense was just so dominant in the red zone, holding them to so many field goals. If the offense could do anything outside of those 2 drives where they just blew up and were amazing, they could do anything after that. If they could even gain any positive yardage, take any time off the clock, get any first downs, get a field goal even, we probably would have won this game, but they completely fell apart. And it wasn't just Jeff Holland's fault. The entire offense, every single player, wasn't very good. The receivers weren't getting separation. The offensive line wasn't blocking anyone on run plays or passing plays. And the running backs weren't making any exceptional plays themselves. Obviously, they don't receive a lot of blame when they don't get any blocking, but they definitely could have made some plays and, helped us out a bit. But ultimately, when an offense struggles, it falls on the quarterback. And I don't think that's any different today. Jeff Holland made some pretty awful decisions, and he didn't make some plays that he should have. That would have kept us in this game, and we probably still would have won it. That one really hurts. It's only our first loss, though, so we can still have a really successful season. It's not going to be easy, though. Up next, we've got Rutgers, but then we start Big Ten play, and the Big Ten is not an easy conference. We start off against Penn State, but then Michigan State, number 11, Purdue, number 21, Minnesota are bad, but Northwestern always play well against us, number 10, Michigan, number 24, Wisconsin, Iowa always play us really well. We've got a lot to do if we're going to get to a Big Ten championship, which is what my goal was. The next episode, we'll be taking on Rutgers in the final non-conference game of the season. They have a cornerback, their number 1 cornerback, which is a guy that we were trying to go after year 1, Brandon Wood. He is very, very good, and we'll be taking him on before we start Big Ten play. If you made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. The links to all my socials and my Twitch are in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.